has the ceremony. Crush the freaking legend. This coffee and donuts for grown-ups is brought to you by Sports Talk Network. What's happening, y'all? Happy Hump Day Wednesday. How y'all doing? Smash the like button as you come on in. Smash the like button. Hopefully you got some good rest. Hopefully your night was good and all that other good stuff. But what's going on, y'all? What's happening? Talk to me. Boxing's M.I.A. We ain't talking about Miami. What's going on in the building? Salute Mike Rim. What's going on, Mike Rim? What's happening, man? Happy Hump Day Wednesday to you, man. Damn, it's like the weeks are going fast. We already in the middle of the week. We already at the end of the week already. And you know, this is a month full of boxing. So we got some boxing this weekend. We got Sabrina Matias and my man Dalton Smith getting it on. But this morning's segment is about the mixing in action, people. Boxing's M.I.A. because we had some M.I.A.s out there in boxing instead of always talking about the same old, same old. And I know sometimes some conversations are hot, so you got to rotate them like they getting airplay on the radio, but we're going to talk about something a little different because boxing has some missing in action fighters. If you're watching boxing, you're a boxing fan, and you agree. You will surely agree that boxing has some missing in action boxers. Where are they? Where are they now? What the hell are they supposed to be doing? With all the things that have been going on in the sport of boxing, now we know what we have coming up. We know what's coming up. We know what's already stated and dated is happening. We do know that. So, you know, we got Matias this weekend. I think next weekend is probably the only weekend in the month of January that is no boxing or probably anything that don't really mean anything to, you know, the diehard boxing fan. You know, a little thirst quencher, in other words. But other than that, like I said, what's going on with the M.I.As? Yeah, you do, Mike Rim. So boxing M.I.As. And you know, there was a lot of guys that we were supposed to see in action inside the ring back in 2025, and it did not happen. We know 2025 had a whole lot of stuff going on in it. It was a very goofy year in 2025. We had more politician talking and everything than actual fighting. So this show is about the M.I.A. guys. Fundora, Sebastian Fundora is one of the guys I'm talking about this morning on the M.I.A. list, missing in action. No matter why, but he's missing in action. And this is one of the guys at 154. We know that the last time we heard about Fundora, he was prepping himself to fight Keith Thurman, and he wound up getting injured, and the fight got pushed back or whatever the case. People thought the fight was going to get canceled like Christmas. We didn't know what was going on, and then we was hoping that we was going to see Mr. Once upon a time, Thurman have a tune-up fight in between because Keith Thurman purposely keeps himself well preserved right now because the way that he's moving, he's been moving like that. So Keith Thurman, Mr. Run Your Mouth, he's supposed to get back in action, but like I said, Fundora got injured, and then everything just got pushed to the side. Now, I don't even think this is one thing that I'm talking about. Fundora right now is missing in action. Okay, so I need to find out if someone knows, if any of my Padres knows what's going on with Sebastian Fundora, what's going on with his progress Hill, and if they're gonna set a date for him in one-time tournament. We got to keep things moving. So that's two of the guys that I'm talking about right now, Sebastian Fundora and Keith Thurman. Because to be honest with you, I'm tired of Keith Thurman keep coming with this once upon a time-ish. Boxing don't need that. We already talking about we need to see fighters fight more this year. That's one thing that we're talking about right now. We all agree right here in 2026 that we need to see more fighting this year and less goofy talk. More fighting this year, less political talk and shit talking. We need to see more boxing. Missing in action people, they gotta get it together. So Fundora need to hurry up, get it together. Keith Thurman need to hurry up and get it together because they are missing in action. And we ain't got time to be messing around waiting on these dudes that's holding up the goddamn sport and missing in action. We heard a whole lot from Richardson Hitchens last year. Mr. Run Your Mouth, he get the Big Mouth Award of 2025. But the only thing been in action was Richardson Hitchens' mouth. His hands has not been in action, so he's missing in action. No, bro, I'm in Philly. I'm in Philly, bro. I'm in Philly. I'm in Philly. Salute to you. Salute to Toronto. What's going on? Yeah. Salute to Canada. Nah, yeah. I'm in Philly. I like to come out to Canada. I ain't been to Canada in probably like 15, 16 years the last time I was out there. But yeah, so Fundora, one-time Thurman, what the hell is going on with them? What is up with the rain date with these two guys? They holding up 154. There's a whole lot of boxing that needs to be taking place, and we don't need these guys to continue to be missing in action for whatever reason, okay? Now, we've been hearing guys' names, but they've been missing in action. Richardson Hitchens running his damn mouth, no action. Fundora, Keith Thurman, postpone until further notice. And here's one of the biggest ones, and I think a lot of y'all would like this. Tank Davis, yes, Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, M.I.A. Lil Red, when you get your ass back in the ring, Lil Red. See, for everybody that did not take care of business last year, they asses need to be doing business this year because these guys keep on going every 16 to 18, 20 something months without fighting. They're going to get forgot about, and the sport needs to move on because boxing is not sitting and waiting for no damn man. Ain't no fighter more important than the sport. Don't matter how much of a fan you are of these fighters. If they ain't doing nothing and ain't been doing nothing and just been talking, then they need to do something. They not doing anything. We only care about who's getting in the ring. I only care about who's getting in the ring. This is not going to be a year where we're going to keep on, at least for myself, and I can speak for some people who have the same sentiment. We're not going to keep on going for this nonsense that they're giving us. That's why these fighters this year need to shut up. They need to shut up because they see they've been in action more on a microphone than inside the goddamn ring. And we ain't here for that. This is not the URL battle and shit. This is boxing. We want to see you get in the ring, prove yourself, or shut the fuck up, pack your bags, and move on because we ain't got time for it. We ain't got time for it. Then what's going on? Ryan Garcia, M.I.A. too. Yeah, no, we've been hearing him crush. Yeah, but he ain't been doing shit. He's another one. Yeah, I'm calling all these M.I.A. dudes the hell out. They need to get busy. They need to get busy. Ryan Garcia, what's going on with you? The last thing we heard about him, he's supposed to have been fighting Barrios. Now we don't know what's going on. He running around, trying to be a social media motherfucking dot. King of the social media dots and all that. What's going on with him? I don't want to hear that bullshit. You out here take a lie detector test and all that. Man, get in the motherfucking ring. Excuse my language. Shouldn't be using this kind of language so early in the morning, but goddamn it, they making my boxing and him boys flare up. What's going on, Cassandra? How you doing, baby? We talking about boxing MIAs right now. All these guys that's missing in the sport of boxing, and half of them, the only thing they've been doing at 25 was running their mouth and they did nothing. So, yeah, this is for all the boxers who have not been getting busy. Kim, what's going on? How you doing, love? Salute to you. This is for all these dudes that been turning into goddamn microphone things. Like the only time they want to is when you on a goddamn microphone. I do not care about how many interviews we've been seeing these fighters in, okay? If they not getting in the motherfucking ring, they MIA, okay? Yeah, it's a very long, and I'm gonna keep going through it because it's very goddamn long. Everybody wanna keep talking about the same bull crap, the same subject, the same goddamn fighters like it ain't other fighters and other subjects in the sport of boxing to talk about. They getting on my damn nerves. It's like you said, it's a long ass list. The list of M.I.A. fighters is longer than the national debt motherfucking paper, and they got to do something about it. They got to do something about it. Keyshawn Davis, what's going on with you? Huh? What's going on? That's all you've been doing is running your mouth. When this dude is now talking about jumping up to 147 pounds after fighting Jermaine Ortiz. Like, this dude, get him on out of here. Get him out of here. Get him up on out of here, man. If these guys is talking all this trash and they supposed to be lit, get in the goddamn ring. I'm not going to keep on going for it as always the promoter. Yeah, we know the promoter, but be these fighters too, because I'm going to tell y'all something. Some of these fighters be hiding behind their promoters. They know exactly what they promoters be doing. So they promoters be protected. A piece of work. We had some good moments in 2025, but in all honesty, let's just be honest all the way. Real, it was a hot mess. It was definitely a hot mess. It was more of a soap opera. It was more of a soap opera. Like I said, in action. Yeah, that's all she been doing is being all over social media. What is you doing? Missing in action. She got a whole fight coming up next month. Ain't nobody even talking about that. When they mention her behind, they talking about what she going through with Pat Poose and this, that, and the other. She got too much other ish going on. I don't think boxing is in her motherfucking goddamn future, to be honest with you. Still been, I don't know what's going on with her, but she's missing in action. Okay, she ain't been doing a damn thing in boxing, but being on social media, being the same old person, running around, wanting everybody to validate her for everything that she did. I don't want to keep on hearing that shit. 2-time Golden Olympics, that's the amateurs. We talking about the damn pros, so I don't give a damn about that. Then what she's going to keep on going back and refighting everybody that she already fought? She's missing in action too because she ain't really been putting in no goddamn work. And a lot of people are not happy with her rematching Franchon Cruz. A lot of people is not happy with that. And I'm telling you, she's really going to be missing in action if she don't find something to do in the sport of boxing. She better lose some damn weight or something. But we getting tired of just all talk, no action. So many has been missing in action. We have seen them. We seen them on the camera, but we talking about boxing's M.I.A, big bro, big little bro. We talking about the M.I.As in boxing because we ain't talking about Miami. You know what I mean? We talking about missing in action. Missing in action, BBO. I don't know how long you've been here, but I've been running down some names of people that's been missing in action in the sport of boxing. No matter if we seen them behind the mic. What is the date? What has been running his goddamn mouth? He's missing in action. He's finally got a fight coming up, but until that fight happens, he's still missing in action. Fundora missing in action. So many fighters missing in action, but we're not talking about it. We keep talking about the other nonsense and keep letting these guys just slip on by, without getting they correct criticism for not doing a damn thing in the ring. A lot of these fighters been running their mouth more so than getting in the ring. Richardson Hitchens, what have you done for boxing lately besides running your mouth? This is 2026. We want more belt strap to ass. We want more belt strap to ass this year. And I understand, BBO, it's going to be some missing in action in 2026 simply because some guys don't want to fight Emiliano Vargas. There's some guys out here that has a standard that they put they have some type of hold on their division or a few fighters in their division. So it's the same thing. A lot of fighters is going to be MIA because they don't want to get in the ring with certain fighters. I'm waiting to see. One of boxing's biggest rising stars. He's starting to be very light. He's starting to become very light, but I want to see this man at his full potential. But if everybody gonna go MIA, what is he gonna do, BBO? So we gotta get these guys fed who wants to eat. We got to feed these guys who want to eat. We can't have them out here, looking like they strung out on dope and because they ain't getting fed. And this is why we need to talk about this and all these fighters that's not getting in the ring. And we cannot keep blaming it on promoters, y'all. We not gonna keep on doing that because you know, once we put it out there, they listening to us and they gonna run on that. So some of these fighters are hiding behind their damn promoters. You know, no matter if the promoter's on a good foot or not, some of these fighters, in my honest opinion, are hiding behind their promoters. And let me get back to all these big mouth people who've been missing in action. So I left off with Clarissa Shields. Like I said, no one is talking about her fight next month. And even when it get closer to the end of this month, I don't think they're going to be talking about it. So she's definitely one of the poster people for missing in action, because it's not much for her to do. And we tired of her running her mouth. Okay? We tired of her running her mouth. But all these missing in action guys, and they talking about they the real deal. But where y'all at? Why y'all not doing anything? Why we have not heard any updates on anything that was being postponed? What the hell is going on? And why these guys keep running their goddamn mouths and not doing anything? Schofield, y'all go into the M.I.A. too. I mean, no disrespect, but y'all the people that put yourselves there in the missing in action situation. Schofields, y'all M.I.A. too. We see y'all on the microphone. We heard y'all speak. We heard y'all sermons. We heard y'all dialogues, but we ain't see none of this. You're missing in action. I don't care if I see you every day at the mall. If you ain't in that damn ring, you're missing in action. I don't care if you my next door neighbor and we go outside every day to water our goddamn lawn. You're missing in action. And what you saying on the microphone doesn't matter. We want to see fists thrown. We don't care about none of that. I'm talking, I'm making myself relevant. No, you're making yourself even more irrelevant. Just because you're speaking doesn't mean you're making yourself relevant. You don't need to be speaking. You need to be throwing fists. So if you ain't throwing fists, you're making yourself irrelevant and you're missing in action. You're M.I.A. and we don't want to deal with none of that sissy-fi stuff. This 2026. Rumble, young man, rumble. Rumble, one man, rumble. And I'm pretty sure there's a few more guys y'all can add on to this very long list of fighters who are missing in action for whatever reason, by default, by being scared, by whatever the case may be. But we need to see more fights this year. We need to see these guys fighting more. Who else been out there talking ish and ain't been doing a damn thing? It's a few of them. Been talking ish, talking loud, and ain't saying nothing. That's James Brown, and that's what a lot of these guys been doing. This M.I.A. segment is dedicated to all those folks and their fans. And this is the only way fans can protect the fighters that they like, when they know that the fighter that they like ain't doing a damn thing. They just don't say anything about it. So that's the only way they protecting them. They just running with the protection shield that those fighters provided for themselves. But like I said, we're not having it in 2026. So these names that I named, they need to get busy. If they ain't giving us nothing, if Fundora and them ain't telling us nothing, we don't know a date, Tank running around, we ain't got time to be thinking and waiting on Tank. None of these guys don't want to keep on hearing nobody run their mouth, get in the ring, show me what you got. Other than that, get off the toilet. Other people like to take a shit, okay? Oh man, coffee and donuts for grown up. Smash the like button. We talking boxing's M.I.A. guys that's missing in action because, you know, promotional reasons, personal reasons, but we don't really care about the reasons. We want to see the people in the ring. We want to see these people in the ring. Now, as I take this sip of this good old hazelnut coffee, some other things I want to talk about within the sport of boxing is 2026. Now, I spoke about something the other day, and I really think that I'm going to keep on speaking on it because I think it's one of the main problems why we have M.I.A., you know, missing in action. That's too many weight classes. These fighters is starting to hide behind weight classes, all right? And these fighters got to get to earning their keep, because they haven't really been earning their keep. Boxing need to do something with that. We're going to talk about that for the rest of the segment. Boxing needs to change up some damn things. All right? Simply, they need to change up some things. this sport is not as competitive. They're not showing this sport to be as uncompetitive as it really is, because you have a lot of people who have fixed fights, manufactured champions, manufactured contenders, manufactured goddamn gatekeepers. That's what the sport of boxing is giving us so far. And you have fighters that fit in every last one of these roles. Figure out which role they playing. Which role is your favorite fighter or fighters is playing? Because there's so many roles, and everybody is sticking to their script. They can pull that joke on y'all. They're not gonna pull it on me. I see it. They playing around. They still continue with the circus from last year, but hopefully, we still got time to make it better in 26. Which leads me to this here. 147. Let me talk about 147. It's a whole lot of M.I.A. Simply, let's just talk about the things that matter the most. And what matters the most is that we need to keep reminding the boxing community in the best way possible, because a lot of people are new into the sport the way we're getting into the sport. Some people just been watching boxing for years. They wasn't the type of fans that get into the research and things like that. But now you have people who starting to get into that aspect of boxing. A lot of new content creators out there and everything, and salute to them. And if we being a good example to future and new content creators, we gotta be a good example for them. Just point blank period. We have to be a good example for them, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So let's just keep pushing helping keeping the sport live and direct. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody that come in the building this morning. Boxing's M.I.As, man, a lot of M.I.As. And not gonna keep you guys too damn long. I'm not gonna keep you long. Probably 40 minutes at the most into an hour. But I'll probably just make this a quick fix. I know you guys got other things to do. But like I said, it definitely is what it is. So if you haven't been here to you, man. Salute to you. Salute to you tapping in from Panama. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got friends. Couple childhood friends. They grandparents are from Panama. I got to meet them, but I never went to Panama to meet before. You know what I mean? So shout out, to Panama. No. We see them at the grocery store, the sneaker store, the library, whatever the case may be. These fighters are not getting in the ring. They're not in the ring. It's M.I.A, baby. It's M.I.A. Just talking during interviews. That's M.I.A. if you ain't getting in the ring. And it seemed like that a lot of fighters are starting to be comfortable with being M.I.A. No matter what the reason is, but we have seen, and evidence has shown us that if you really want it, you're going to get it. If you really want it, you can really get it. Boxing has showed us that. Some fighters have showed us if they really want it, they're going to get it. So this is the reason why we shouldn't have as much as M.I.A. type of situations going on in the sport of boxing if you can really get it. I don't care. We know how many times that promoters been chucking and jiving around and BSing. We know that. But we also know when a fighter really wants that fight, what do? They make it happen. Errol Spence wanted to get that last belt, and he did everything that he needed to do to get that fight with Terrence Crawford. Got the legacy fight, but didn't get the win, but he wanted to fight. And the man even went in his own pocket Man went in his own pocket and said, listen, man, we gonna do this. But like someone brought up the other day on their live, see, a lot of these fighters don't have that paper. A lot of these fighters don't have money like that, okay? Gotta take that into consideration. Look at this piece of art. I ain't showed y'all no art in a while. Look at that, y'all. I ain't showed y'all no art in a while. It's something new. Something new. Remember I used to show y'all a little bit of art? This the shit I'll be protecting. Well, I don't be protecting you. You know, it's a little bit of art, but that's one of the newest things, man. One of the newest things. But yeah, definitely that. They go beyond and they gonna go. Their own finances are going whatever they need to go in to make the situation happen. All right? And that's how it's supposed to be. No more, no less. But these fighters, they got to put effort into it just as well, or they're going to be considered M.I.A. So we know when these fighters really want to fight, because we have seen a handful of fighters that really wanted it with somebody, they made it happen. Say what you want about Ryan Garcia. And how y'all feel about the polygraph test too? How y'all feel about the polygraph test? But say what you want. Ryan Garcia got that damn tank fight, didn't he? Ryan Garcia got the tank fight, didn't he? He wanted it, he got it. And then when he was tired of bull-ishing and everything, he got in there with that. So we're not going to keep going with that. You know, the promoters, we're going to keep on blaming the promoters and stop letting off these fighters, y'all, and saying that these fighters are not scared. They're fucking human, okay? Everybody going to have some type of drop of fear in them. You're human. Well, you're a living being, because I don't even like using the word human being, because they don't even give us our human rights. They don't even respect human rights. So I don't like calling ourselves human beings. Because we too busy. We ask for civil rights. I want our civil rights. You're not civil, you're human. We'll say this type of cook for Marky Dan. You know what I mean? But in all seriousness, y'all, in all seriousness, yeah, that's what it is, people. Exactly, that is what it is. All right? So when they really want it, they're going to make it happen, no matter what. I don't care what you say. When they really want to fight, they're going to make it happen. All right? So shout out to the fighters that really wanted a fight with a certain opponent, and they made it happen. So no more excuses, no more excuses. Stop making excuses for them. There's no more excuses. 2026, no excuses. We don't want to hear, we don't want no late notes. No more late notes, no more sick notes. No more getting notes from the doctors. Get your ass in the ring. You ain't getting in the ring, don't say nothing. Don't cam up. Don't cam up. If you're not getting in the ring, do not cam up. Don't even speak. I don't want to hear your voice if you're not getting in the damn ring. We got too much of that last year. Huh? We had fighters that fought 3 to 5 times last year. Right? We had fighters that fought in between 3 to 5 times last year. And with the fighters who fought at least 3 times last year, you had fighters who motherfucking didn't fight 3 times last year, because every time they were supposed to fight, they pulled out. They pulled out, you know what I mean? They used the pull-out game. You know what I mean? Oh, a lot of pull-out game in 25. One more time, y'all. One more time for the one time. Pull-out game. There's a whole lot of pulling. That these fighters, the way these fighters pull-out game was, boy, if some of these men out here had this pull-out game like these fighters do, it'd be a lot of 9 out of wetlock babies not being made. If they had pull-out game, see, that's how you solve the babies out of wedlock. You gotta have a pull-out game. So that's a you problem. That is a you problem, y'all. So, pull-out game in effect, M.I.A. in effect. Look like we still got this going on in 2026. A lot of pulling out. And we ain't had no boxing babies made. We don't need y'all to be pulling out in the sport of boxing. We need y'all to keep on making these fights. This ain't, we ain't talking about your social life. We don't care about that. At least like I said, we don't need y'all to keep pulling out of fights. We need y'all to jump into fights. We need y'all to enter into fight, not pulling out. Not, you know what I mean? The legend, the master ceremony, Crush the Legend, Sports Talk Network, we are working. Hey, y'all, and don't forget, gotta run it down for you. I got your day started, so y'all know when you leave here, go over to the No Duck Zone podcast. Starring my man, Clarence C-Man McLean, and my brother D Free. He's gonna keep you going. He's gonna take you, take you into the lunch hour. He's going to continue the breakfast show. And then he's going to take you into around the brunch and lunchtime. And then we got Brother B3 Picks coming on. So, he's there for your lunch and your brunch and everything. And he's going to take us into the mid-afternoon. And we getting ready for prime afternoon. And we going to jump in the mix with Just Do Boxing. Giving boxing is Just Do. Shout out to Just Do Boxing. And I forgot. Matter of fact, 2 p.m., you go to Uncle Cass. Because B3 is going to take you into the hour of Uncle Cass Sports. And he's going to take you into around the time with old Just Do Boxing come on. So we're doing our thing, man. And salute to everybody. All the content creators out there that's doing the damn thing out there that's really talking boxing. So with that being said, shout out to the whole Sports Talk Network. Shout out to 2 Cents Boxing. Shout out to my girl, the Jab Queen. Shout out to Dean by all means necessary. Just to name a few. Man, listen, keep doing y'all thing. There's some more y'all guys, but I'll probably name y'all asses on another day or something. But yeah, seriously, salute to everybody out there. In the word of today, in the boxing world is no more M.I.A. So with that being said, I am out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this morning's show. Like I said, getting you prepped and ready for Clarence McLean, who's coming on at 7:30. Then he's going to take into, we're going to go into B3 Picks. B3 Picks is going to take us into Uncle Cass. Uncle Cass is going to take us to Just Do at 4 o'clock. And Just Do is going to get y'all ready for Roll with the Punches podcast with my brother BBO, my brother D Free, my brother Prize Fighter, and the rest of the Roll with the Punches podcast family. And then we're going to rock out all night, and I will be back tonight with an OG Night Hub show. I'm going to come with something dope that everybody going to want to talk about. But listen, if there's anything that y'all guys want me to cook on, let me know. Let me know. If it's something that you want to hear being talked about, nobody talked about it, just let me know. Hey, Crush, can you cook on this? Crush, can you cook on that? Y'all know I do it for the community. I do it for my peoples. This is for my peoples, EPMD. So with that being said, man, have a high frequency hump day Wednesday. Don't let nobody bring your morale down. And don't you even tear down your own morale. Because sometimes we can be our own enemy. Stay away from too much salt. Stay away from too much sugar. Don't overdrink water. Because this is one thing I'm starting to notice. People, you don't need to drink but so much damn water. Your body is 75% water. Don't overdo it with water. Because when you put too much water into your body, this is how you become dehydrated. So don't go overkill with the water. Okay? Watch your salt. Watch your sugar. Watch all those damn levels. Watch everything. Pay attention to what's going on. And listen, y'all, pay attention to these damn animals. And I'm out of here after this last one. Pay attention to these animals. I seen something the other day on the internet. And they have a robot puppy. All right? I forgot what breed dog that they're using, but they got this little robot puppy that looks like a real puppy. And they're a companion for, you know, newborn children, infants, and very older people. Watch it out there, because it's really crazy out there. It's really crazy. You don't know if you're on real time or fake time. Just some things we need to think about and have on our minds besides this great sport of boxing that we all love. But seriously, it's so much serious things going on out in the world. We need to be vigilant on everything that's going on out in the world besides the entertainment of the sport of boxing. So with that being said, I'm signing off from the Sports Talk Network realm, and I'm going to see you guys soon. It's the Mickey freaking legend, the master of ceremony, Chief Rocker #1. You just been stunned, and I'm out of here. Peace.